How do your emotional triggers impact your relationships, your well being, your success, and overall satisfaction in life? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 practical ways to regulate your nervous system that will empower you to navigate the various emotional waves that you experience when you've been triggered. Stick around until the end to gain knowledge that will elevate your emotional well being, strengthen connections with those around you, and transform your experiences. Hi, my name is Daniela Moore, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. Welcome. Triggers are very sudden and they happen randomly. If we don't learn how to cope with them, we live in constant hypervigilance, hypertension, and avoidance. This can lead to a very unfulfilling life, and it may lead to hopelessness and depression. Emotion regulation is fundamental for adaptive functioning. By developing good emotion regulation skills, you can cope better with life's challenges, have healthier relationships, be more successful in what you do, and create more happiness and joy in your life. Here's how you can regulate yourself and cope with your triggers in a healthier and more adaptive way. But first, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that like button if you find this video helpful. Okay, back to how you can regulate yourself when you've been triggered. Start with a pause. Take time away from the situation that triggered you so you can process your emotional response and ground yourself. Although stepping away from a situation is not always possible. If you're driving, pull over when you can. In a conversation, ask to pause and come back to it when you feel more regulated. Maybe saying that you need to use the bathroom or step outside. This is just to give you the time and space to implement what you're going to learn in this video. And if you're in a phone call, say that you have an important income call and pause that conversation. This is about learning to create a safe space for you in whatever setting you find yourself in. And in this space, practice deep breathing, placing your attention in the sensation of the breath in and out of your nostrils. Place your hand on your belly and breathe in, counting to 4. Breathe out even slower and repeat it a few times. The breath is the quickest way to anchor back in the present moment and to anchor back in our bodies. As a result, we get out of reactive mode. We feel more grounded, more regulated. We can think more clearly, which will allow us to be more conscious in what we're experiencing in that present moment. The beauty of deep breathing is that we can do it anytime and anywhere. Learn and develop the power of the breath. Other ways that can help you anchor back in your body include taking a cold shower if you can, or using cold water or an ice pack on the back of your neck, or sucking on a lemon. Now that you feel more centered, notice how you're feeling and recognize that you're experiencing an emotional reaction to a trigger. Especially if you feel an emotion or a physical sensation arise suddenly or that is unrelated to your circumstances. The more intense you feel, the harder it is to simply observe or witness your emotions or physical sensations without judging them. Practice describing them objectively, as if you were narrating that to somebody else. You might say, I feel or I notice my heart beating faster. I feel or I notice tightness in my chest. I feel or I notice tension in my muscles. My breath is shallow. I am experiencing anger, guilt, anxiety, sadness, embarrassment. Can you label your emotions? Here, we're simply practicing observing our internal states so we can gain better understanding and more awareness. It can be helpful to keep a journal to monitor your triggers and emotional reactions to help you identify patterns. Understanding your thoughts is equally important. Notice and challenge your automatic thoughts. Observe them the same way you learn to observe your emotions and physical sensations. Your brain will tell you a story based on past experiences, and that is why you get triggered. If you give your brain a more realistic alternative, then you feel grounded. For example, let's say I experience major anxiety when I don't hear back from my husband soon enough when I text him. My brain might tell me that he is ignoring me, abandoning me, and that he's going to leave. Or that he's been in a car accident and is majorly injured or even dead. I can learn to recognize my anxiety and automatic thoughts as a trigger based on past experiences in relationships or with sudden and tragic losses. I can teach my brain that there are several different reasons why he is not answering me. He could be in the shower, napping, his battery might be dead, he could be in a meeting or a call, and so on. Realistically, there's so many things going on in his life, and I can choose to respond in a more adaptive way. If you want to learn more about the thinking styles that are holding you back, watch my video on the topic. I will leave the link in the description below. Practicing these skills only when you've been triggered is not enough. Our next step is to develop a daily grounding routine. When you make it a habit to engage with them, your brain will tap into them more naturally, more quickly, when you need them the most. Engaging in mindfulness practices can help you develop more awareness about yourself and better understand your emotions and your thoughts without judging them. This will help you learn to experience your triggers and emotional reactions without feeling overwhelmed by them, and it will enhance your ability to be more present in the moment. Check out my video on mindfulness to learn more. The link will be in the description. Develop the habit of engaging in practices that can help you reconnect with your body and regulate your emotions. Make a point to build them in your day-to-day life, not only when you've been triggered. Think of this as creating a lifestyle that supports your emotional, mental, and physical needs. Some examples of these practices or exercises are deep breathing, like we talked about earlier in the video, using your 5 senses to ground yourself in the present moment. What are 5 things that you can see? 4 things that you can hear? 3 things that you can feel by touching them? 2 things that you can smell? 1 thing that you can taste? And meditation and progressive muscle relaxation are other 2 examples. I can make specific videos on each of these practices, and if that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Before I share with you the final step in this process, please like this video if it's adding value to you. And while you're at it, please hit that subscribe button to continue to gain insights and develop new skills to help you improve yourself, your life, and your relationships. Okay, my next tip is self-acceptance and self-care. Validate your emotional experiences because they are very real. You are experiencing those intense emotional reactions because they're coming from a place of pain. Think of painful or traumatic experiences as injuries of the brain. Some of our life experiences change us forever, but that doesn't mean we have to suffer forever. Healing is possible, and it is our responsibility. Watch your self-talk or self-judgment about your experiences. Because experiencing triggers can be mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausting, taking care of yourself and your basic needs is crucial. I can't emphasize this enough. Taking a walk or a bath, getting a massage, getting enough sleep, making sure you're well hydrated, praying, meditating, spending time in nature, spending time with people you enjoy, treating yourself to something special like a favorite meal are all examples of self-care. What do you do for self-care? I want to emphasize that these strategies work differently for each person, and it is important to find what resonates best with you. Our triggers are rooted in our past painful and traumatic experiences. And if trauma is a major factor for you, consulting with a professional might be very important for individualized guidance and support. Which strategies help you navigate and manage your triggers effectively? And if you are struggling to regulate yourself effectively, what would be different in life for you when you're able to? Can you let me know in the comments? If you want to learn how to identify and understand better your triggers, watch the videos highlighted on the screen at the end of this one. Here's today's quote. Healing happens when you're triggered and you're able to move through the pain, the pattern, the story, and walk your way to a different ending. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content and want to continue to invest in your journey of self-development, click the logo on the screen to join our community. You'll learn lots of skills and gain valuable insights to help you evolve more. I'll see you next time.